Welcome back to Historical Quarrels. I am your host, Tyler, the Quarrel Daddy, the Maestro, the Daddy of Quarrels, Father Quarrel Miss. Today, there's not going to be any specific historical quarrel that we're going over. Instead, I'll be going over some updates, explaining why there isn't an episode for this Monday, and just talking about life and stuff. So, if you like that, stick around. If you don't, I understand. I'll see you next week. We'll be going over the COD Wars next week. So, get ready for that. Thank you. Bye. You are listening to Historical Quarrels. So, just to get it out of the way, the reason why there is no episode, or I guess you're just getting this episode on Monday, is time. Just time constraints. I've been trying to make this show better. And I just want to fully flesh out my research, get the notes that I need for everything, and just kind of prep it a little bit better. And so, with that being said, this is like a hobby, not necessarily something that I do full time. And I'm just not able to commit as much. I was not able to commit as much time as I normally can. I guess over the past 2 weeks, because usually I'll have my show written for the show that I'm recording on Sunday, and then I'm writing the next show over the course of like 2 weeks, and then I'm a week ahead usually, and just not last week, but the week before that, I had I had work trainings that essentially went on all day, and I just did not have time for it. And then this last week, I also just had a bunch of work meetings with clients, and that also consumed a ton of my time. So I know I'm just like giving excuses here, excuses, schmooshes, but that's just the reality of the situation. That's what happened. And so for those of you disappointed that there isn't like a full quarrel, I'm sorry. Going to try and do better. Hopefully I'll have everything done by Wednesday, and then I can record something Thursday night, and then just record the following or like start writing the next episode and have that ready by Sunday to record. So then that way I'm like 2 episodes ahead again. Because I think the COD Wars is going to be a little bit longer. And then the next episode after that will be just kind of like a in-betweener. But then I'll be 2 weeks ahead, and so that'll just give me enough time to constantly have a fully fleshed out episode ready for you guys. So that's the game plan. That's what I'm trying to do. I just want to make the show good for you guys. I don't want it to be this. I don't know. I don't want it to suck super hard. Some interesting updates though is listener of the show, Mike Ritz, he made some key fobs. I'm going to be doing a contest, a giveaway for whoever leaves like the best review for the show. If you can try to make it 5 stars still. I guess if you leave a 1 star and it's just like really, really funny. Actually, please don't do that. Please. I'm trying to grow the channel. Don't mess up the metrics. But whoever leaves a 5-star review and it's the funniest one, or like the top 5 funniest ones, I'll send out a free little key fob too, like a little keychain that has the Historical Quarrels logo on it. So that's a big announcement. Then gosh, I don't want this just to be like a 5-minute little episode. Try to be entertaining for you guys, but I guess doing something for 10 minutes and just rambling about absolutely nothing or nonsense would not be as fun either, and just be kind of time wasting. So but still, I do have a couple other things I want to announce. When my buddy is back, we're going to be working on doing more live stream content. So on his Twitch channel will be Short Requiem. We'll be doing some more stuff. Primarily, I think we're going to do like a Baldur's Gate run through. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Speaking of Baldur's Gate and D&D, the other reason why I didn't have enough time is I didn't even have time to like prep for my D&D session today, and I'm the DM. So, that's always fun. I feel kind of bad for my players, but that's just how life happens sometimes. So, I didn't even have time for like my other hobbies, that I enjoy doing. I had like zero time. It was family, work, and family and work. You guys get it. Holidays and all that. At least I hope you get it. See, besides that, I am planning on starting to film the first episode of that board game review series, like the ancient board games. So I'm going to start production on that pretty soon here. At least some of the non-shot outside my office bits. Anything that's shot inside the office, I'm going to start working on first and do. And then once I have access to a better camera, I'll be shooting the non-inside my office bits, as well as getting some better lighting and stuff too. So we have that. You guys have that to look forward to. Hopefully here in 2 or 3 months. Like I said, probably longer than 3 months. I don't know. As long as it takes, because I just want it to be good. I want the first episode to be really, really, really good and spectacular. And I want to have like episode 2 and 3 pretty much ready to go to by the time I launch it. So that's the struggle. That is the struggle of being a creator in this space. You want to make stuff that's good. You want to make stuff that you want to make. I know I need to give myself a deadline, like a timeline for these things to like push stuff out. That's why this show has been weekly and why I, normally don't do this. Normally I just I'm like, oh, well, fuck, I gotta find a topic and I'll talk about it, at least something that I'm somewhat familiar with. But I don't want to do that anymore. I just want to make the show as good as possible. And I think that's what, you guys deserve. And honestly, it's what I feel good about making and producing. So that is my game plan. And that is what is going to happen from here on out as well. So until this essentially becomes like my full-time job, episodes may become more sporadic. That's just how it may have to be. In times where I do have, just a lot of my plate, with my life. And so until this becomes like, again, a full-time job, I can't commit the required amount of hours into researching, into writing, into producing, recording everything, editing everything. And that's just how it is. Editing, I guess, isn't too time consuming now that now that I'm super familiar with Audition. I feel like the audio quality has been pretty good. I don't know. You guys can let me know. I think I'm coming out nice and crisp and clear. I do still need to get a Rodecaster or just a soundboard and an XLR because I, as I understand it, phantom power just gives it a little bit of that oomph into the voice, as it's captured, and so it just sounds a little bit better. I think for what I have right now, because I'm using a USB setup, it's not terrible, but it definitely could be better. I just listening to podcasts that I like to listen to, I can hear the subtle differences between when phantom power, like XLR cables, are used and when a USB is used. It's subtle, and I don't think it's going to make too much of a difference, but still, I don't know. I just want it to be the best it can be, and I hope today's update is really re-emphasizing that for you guys, because like I said, I do care about my show. It's not just something that is like a throwaway. Again, I know I've said like, hey, this is something I do for fun, but just because you do something for fun doesn't mean you want it to be shit. So there's that. Another update is, depending on, because we just started doing ads for the show, right? So there's we had some ads going, and I made my first dollar, technically, like my first real dollar, without it being like a trade of some sort for doing something. So that was really cool. Gonna use an Arizona can to frame it in this digital age. Can I need something? Yeah, it's not like you get like paid an actual. Well, you do get paid an actual dollar, but you don't get like a dollar bill. So went out and got an Arizona can, and I'm gonna frame it somewhere. It's like historical Quarrels first dollar. So that's really cool. It was exciting. It's neat. Thank you guys for sharing the show and for doing everything that you're doing to support it, because it does mean a lot. It's really cool to see, especially everyone in Australia that's listening. Thanks, guys. Didn't realize I was going to hit so well in the Australian market. That was interesting to see on my metrics. So, and then Poland for some reason as well. So all my Polish listeners, you guys are cool. You guys are dope. I love you guys. Same with the Australian. I love all my listeners, but I'm just saying, it was just really, I thought I was going to hit more of the the American market. I was going to hit, probably, I wouldn't say conservatives, but probably more middle ground, centrist leaning people, not the enlightened centrists, but I was thinking it was going to be like 25 to 35, which is about my age range. So, but no. According to my metrics, it's I have a completely different audience. It's like more like 40 to 50, and maybe not 40 or 50 in Australia. If you are, cool. But if you aren't, and I'm saying you're 40, 50, I'm sorry. Australia and Poland. Those are my main markets. I need to move there, apparently. I'd be terrified in Australia, to be honest. I think all the animals will try to kill me. A dingo would probably kill me, dude. It'd be real quick. I'd be terrified of the kangaroos, mainly. Those kangaroos are some mean-looking motherfuckers. Like the male ones, they just have like the serrations in their muscles and look like super intense. I feel like they could punch my head off. I know they could kick my head off, but I think even with their little tiny arms, they could just like uppercut me and just my jaw would fly off my face. So everyone that lives in Australia, you guys are some tough motherfuckers. And man, I don't know how you do it. I'm like terrified of snakes too. I have like this really bad phobia ever since I was a kid of snakes, which sucks because a lot of my friends love having snakes, but just not for me, man. I can't do it, dude. Ever since I was a little kid, I was just scared shitless of them. My uncle has this really funny video of me. This wasn't this too long ago. It was like middle of winter too, which makes it even funnier. But I was walking outside and something like struck at my leg, and I from underneath one of the cars at my uncle's house, and I was like shaking it off. I was like, ah. And I thought it was a snake, dude. I was so scared. And I dropped my phone and shit. Oh, dude, I'm so embarrassed. But I did like this weird little dance. But people were so convinced by my fear that they went and checked under the cars, even though it was like November or something like that. There's no way a snake would be out. Oh, man. But that's how scared I am. It convinced my family that there might be a snake. So, see, gosh, I just went off on a tangent. I know. But yeah, guys, I'm having fun doing this. I'm enjoying it. I'm having a good time. And while this may seem like I'm trying to fill space or not, I just, I kind of wanted to get stuff off. And for people that want to, I guess, know me more, this is going to be a nice episode for them. But then for the people who are here strictly for the content, yeah, they probably already left. They left like 10 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago, even. They saw the title and they're like, nah, I'll wait till he has a proper title on a proper event. Okay. Like, again, understandable though. I totally get it. I do. I know a lot of people here are here for the interesting events and topics that I pick. I don't like to pick your run-of-the-mill topics. I like to pick something that's going to pique my interest or has more depth to it than, well, I'm not going to say like wars, like standard wars, but more depth to it than, I don't know, like Thomas Edison and Nikola Tesla. I feel like that has been done to death. But I probably should do an episode on it eventually, because what I've noticed is a lot of listeners like to listen to other podcasters do the same topic, because there's the possibility that I'm going to give them something different, or they're going to learn something different, or just the way I talk about it is going to convey, something different about that topic. So I've been slowly trying to teach myself that that's okay. It's not a waste of time. Even though I personally cannot stand that. Like my wife, she likes to listen to a bunch of what's it called? The serial killer, like true crime podcasts on like the same topics. Like, I swear to God, I've heard like this Jeffrey Dahmer shit like 20, 30 times at this point by different people. And I'm like, why? Why isn't there just like one guy who did it super good? And that's who everyone goes to. And that's it. Like, that's the penultimate. But then, we talked about it more, and she explained like, no, like they give like different insight into things. And, you sometimes you get a little something different, or it's just like the story is just like that interesting that you just have to rewatch it, which I understand because I like to rewatch Lord of the Rings. I love to rewatch Lord of the Rings, but it's the same. I'm not going to watch anyone else besides Peter Jackson put that to film. Probably. Yeah, no, I definitely won't. I don't think I can. Yeah, Amazon really fucked up with Rings of Power, man. That was a goddamn slap in the face. Slap in the face to the lore. Stupid. It was dumb. I didn't like it. And people who liked it, fuck you. I'm just kidding. No, you can like your own stuff. That's fine. I cannot forgive what they did to the Wheel of Time still. Oh, that first episode just immediately ran just porking Egwene. And the worst part is like they're these simple farmer, like when you think about like tight knit Christian community, basically, even without being Christian. There are these simple folk who are like, no, you gotta wait to have sex until you're married, and, type of people in the book. At least that's what it seemed like to me. And I haven't read the book in a while. I just actually got my wife to start reading the book, and she has a hard time with the Eye of the World because I will admit, it is a slow paced book. And she got about halfway through and was like, oh, it's dragging so hard right now. Which I understand, even though she got past the fight with like the 500 Trollocs, which I thought was pretty cool when I read that first, but whatever. Yeah, sorry. Again, going on tangents today, but that's what I'm kind of doing for this episode. I'm again try to keep this short. Try to keep just 30 minutes of me doing this. But I don't know. If you guys any of you reading any interesting books, let me know, because I'm always looking for new stories to tell. Oh man, shit. I used to love this series called The Belgariad, and then I heard about what David Eddings did to his son, like him and his wife did to their son. And holy shit, that ruined The Belgariad for me. Can't even look at those books anymore. It's like the equivalent of like listening to an R. Kelly song. You just can't think about. You can't enjoy the book, or you can't enjoy an R. Kelly song without thinking about him peeing on a 14-year-old's face, right? Like, so I can't enjoy The Belgariad or the oh god, what was the second series? It started with an M. The Maloria. I can't remember. But I can't enjoy those anymore without thinking about him shoving his kid in a fucking dog kennel and like depriving him of sunlight and shit anymore. Like, I don't know, it's so fucked, man. I heard about that. I was like, no, why David Eddings? Damn you. So that made me very upset. I was very sad to learn that. That was one of my favorite books growing up as a young child. I thought Aunt Pole was a cool character, but now that I think about it, some of the shit that she did back on the farm with Garion is making a little more sense. It's making a little too much sense. So sad. Maybe that should be a podcast someone does. They just like fucking look up crimes that authors did. Ruin your childhood. Just like ruin your childhood podcast. And they just look up creators find out crimes that they committed. And they make it so you can't enjoy shit anymore. Like Twitter. That's basically all of Twitter, right? That's all Twitter does. It's like there's some stuff that's forgivable, right? Someone says something a little homophobic. I guess that's not fair for me to say since I'm not a homosexual myself. But I don't know. Let's say someone like said something like really outrageous about gingers, like all gingers deserve to die. like for me, since I'm a redhead, I still might be able to enjoy some of the stuff they did. Like if it was Brad Pitt that said that, I definitely still would enjoy Inglourious Bastards and everything that he did with Quentin Tarantino. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood's amazing. Yeah, that's I keep saying a lot. It's because I don't have a script in front of me. And even when I have a script in front of me, you guys notice I say, I've been trying to cut it out. I've been trying to stop. It's hard. It's a learned habit. And those are hard to stop for sure. But yeah, sorry, I'm just having a lot of fun thinking about all of this, different topics, different stuff, different things just to talk about. It's almost like a Hard Homies episode, but with no interjection by my friends. My friends interjecting and giving their opinions too, keeping me stable. This is a fully unhinged Tyler right now. This is Tyler off the rails, off his meds. Actually, no, I took my meds this morning. They just take a second to kick in. So, for those of you that are Time Suck fans as well, and are going to go to summer camp next year, I've been talking with the tattoo artist for it. We've been trying to plan just something fun to make the waiting room a little bit better. So if you guys want to get a tattoo while you're there, we can. You'll also have like activities and other stuff to do while you're sitting waiting, just in case like you're not on the list and you're just you're gonna just wait for a tattoo. There'll be something to do. So if you guys have any ideas for that, current ideas are just like getting a speaker in there, playing some of Dan's comedy. Or like having a TV in there and like doing, again, stand-up shows or a Time Suck episode or two. Maybe a Scared to Death episode. Maybe some of his horror stories that he's been putting out. The, oh my God, what is it called? Oh no, I can't remember what it's called right now off the top of my head. Something like that. Just doing something like that. There's a potential competition we have in mind. Maybe someone can win a free tattoo. We'll be discussing that more and figuring that the logistics of that. So get ready for more announcements. It's going to be a good time. Excited for it. My wife may be joining me next year at camp. I hope she can. I really hope she can. So it was lonely. I also just really miss my kids by the end of it too, man. Like, fuck, I love those guys. They're really cool. Just saying. Of all the kids I've met, I think mine are my favorite so far. So, yeah, I don't know. I think with this show, I'm having a lot of fun doing it. I definitely think that I have a lot that I can do to improve it, and a lot that it's going to take to improve it is just time. It's just putting in time. And, just doing everything I can to take out, I don't know, just to make sure this is as clean, as efficient, and, I guess in my opinion, funny as well as possible. So enjoyable. And it's just something that I have to keep working on. I have to keep doing, and that's what I'm going to do. So if an episode takes a week or two longer from here on out, that's what's going to happen. I'll try to film something or record something short, like again, like a 15 to 20 minute episode in between a longer episode and a bigger one. So that way you guys still have something But just expect that to be the regular cadence from here on out. So if there's going to be a delay or an episode's taking longer, what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to take a shorter topic or just like a topic that I know is only going to be like a 10-minute explanation. And I'm going to probably just write it all out into jokes. Like, I mean, fuck, who knows? I might just do an episode on, I might just take like a passage out of the Old Testament and just like rewrite it into modern terms. And that might just be an episode. It might be a 10, 15-minute episode that releases on a Monday. And I hope you guys are okay with that. I hope that sounds like a fun idea for you. But I just didn't have time to really do that at all this week. And I also just kind of came up with that just barely. And I think that's honestly a decent idea on what to do. I also had Mike Ritz, the the owner. He not the owner of this channel, but the owner of oh my gosh, why can't I remember his business name right now? It is oh my heck. Mike, I'm so sorry, man. My brain is fried today. He does like a bunch of custom prints and like he does a bunch of really cool leather work. Oh my God, what is the name of his? I'm going to figure this out. I'm just going to go through our chat real quick and figure this out because I'm not doing this to him. He's cool. He's honestly a really cool guy. He's out in Texas. If you guys need to hit him up for if you want some like cool minis or some other work done. All right. Damn. Yeah, I might cut this a little bit out of me searching. I probably won't. I don't know. I probably won't. So. Oh, where the hell is it? I know he put it in here. I know it's in here. I know we talked about it. Was really not a friend? I know like as a friend on the Discord. Goddamn. Mm-hmm. Shit. Oh man. If I ever go into Texas, I'm gonna hang out with this guy. He's really cool. Just a lot of cool shit he likes to do. A lot of cool stuff, man. Oh God damn it! Why can't I remember name? Dude, my dog's going crazy right now. So man, I'm so sorry, Mike. Can't even. God damn it. It was in a previous episode too. I know it was like 3 episodes ago, I think, where I did like a little infomercial for his channel. So go check that episode out. It's right at the beginning of my announcements, right before I start the show. So, God damn, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, guys. But here we go. We're at the 30-minute mark. I'm gonna cut it here. Like I said, in the following weeks where I have something like this, it's just gonna be a 10, 15-minute episode. I'm probably gonna like take maybe like even like a Greek story or like a fable and just modernize it. And it'll be kind of like a comedy, but like joke history video where it's not going to be incredibly accurate. There's not going to be a bunch of like quotes or first person anecdotes from it. So just expect that. It's gonna be fun. You guys have a good one. I love you all. Again, thank you guys so much for being just enjoying the content I make. And if you listen to this whole episode, thank you. Like, I appreciate it. And it's cool to know that people want to get to know you instead of just the content. But again, I also understand when people do just want to get to know the content. They just want to know the story. So not necessarily the person. I get that I'm not the most interesting guy in the world. I can be pretty plain. So yeah, you guys have a good one. I'll see you next Monday for the COD Wars. We'll be doing the COD Wars. It's between Iceland and the United Kingdom. They fought over fishing rights. So we're going to be doing that next Monday. Goodbye.